Their son, Joe Bennett, joins me now to discuss this. Joe, thank you very much indeed. We spoke just a matter of weeks ago, and I don't think hunger strike was on the cards then, but now both Craig and Lindsay are doing this. Have you spoken to them about it, and what are they saying?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Matt. I've spoken to them. I haven't spoken to my mum now for a couple of weeks. We've managed to get information through and contact, although not direct. It's getting to the latter stages now where, the body's starting to change. Craig's day 18, my mum's day 10. And as you said there, the compounding fear for the family is getting worse every day, and especially with the no contact, it's making it extremely difficult to understand where they're at, how they're getting on, whether or not this is going to come to an end, because people have their opinions about the hunger strike, and you can fear it. I know I do as their son, but you also have to ask yourself that what is it that drives ordinary innocent people to that point? It's a cry and a desperate cry for help.
Yes, it really does show absolute desperation. Let's address what you're hearing from the authorities there and here. Iran first. Are they saying anything about this? Because I think your mum was led to believe that Craig was asking her to stop her hunger strike, when in actual fact, your belief is that was the authorities there trying to stop her. It wasn't Craig at all.
Yeah, this is the information that we get from our sources, and you know, the one thing that backs that up is that I understand privately that my mum and Craig always had an agreement that if the communication was cut off, that's both with themselves and with the family, um, for any reason, that they would both simultaneously go on hunger strike because it's their lifeline, especially speaking to one another and seeing one another, but also the family as well. Um, and my understanding is that my mum started the hunger strike and was then shown a letter, essentially forged from Craig, saying that he is not on a hunger strike and she shouldn't be. And so she stopped. So there's a real manipulation that goes on behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Um, this was confirmed. I know that they saw each other a week Sunday, so not Sunday, just gone a week before that. Um, and that's when my mum found out that Craig had actually been on hunger strike and decided to join him on the Monday.
And they are, I'm assuming, because it's been several days, they're taking on water at some point. Yeah, how is it actually? I mean, are they being looked after? Is what I'm asking.
Um, I looked after it to the best ability. I think they're only taking on liquids. From what my understanding is, it's mainly water, milk every now and then, and teas. So hoping that you can extract some nutrients
Yeah.
from those other bits there, but it's obviously not going to be sufficient over a long course of time. Um, my understanding from speaking to people who have been in this position, gone through what they've gone through, going through, sorry, is that people will try to keep your spirits high. They will also try to give you food, but my understanding is that both my Craig and my mum have rejected any food from anybody. They are really dead set on making this statement.
Nothing official then from the Iranian authorities. What about the British government? Because again, last time we spoke, you were frustrated at what you perceived to be a lack of action from this side.
Yeah, I mean, we've recently found out that the embassy in Tehran has reopened, which is welcome news. That means that they're closer to my mum and Craig than they were before. And I think we're beyond the stage of simply acknowledging that they are innocent tourists. And the question is now, what is actually being done to bring them home? We're hoping that with the embassy reopening, that visits and welfare checks can happen as a matter of importance. As I
Yeah.
say, we are all concerned here. They haven't been seen by our government for a long time. Um, so that's top of the list at the moment. We have to make sure that they're both in as good a position as they can be, health wise, mentally, and then from there, it's upping the political will. You know, history suggests that politics is the answer here. We've seen
Joe,
it be
let me
successful.
just come in on that then to finish, because I remember the incarceration of Nazanin Zaghari Ratcliffe, and behind all of that was Iran's sense of an unpaid debt of millions of pounds from years ago. Just to finish, do you have any sense about leverage on either side? Is there anything that they want? I mean, clearly, Iran and its regime are preoccupied at the moment with other issues, but is there any sense that there could be some leverage?
From what we're being told and see, leverage isn't as clear as the Nazanin case. That was pretty clear and evident early on, although, speaking to the family, it was also heavily denied. So we have tried to put solutions, and we've sort of tried to piece together what maybe their lawyers have said, or people who aren't officiated have said, and propose these as potential solutions to the government to press forward on. But we get the same rebuttal in that they are exploring all avenues, and avenues that we've discussed aren't the right ones, apparently. So at the moment, no, there doesn't seem to be any clear leverage, but I'm hoping that they're working on that behind the doors.